On another adventure with the AT5s, they've been holding up really well. Many hundreds of Ks of gravel, some of it quite dodgy, and no punctures, no dramas. They just keep on going. It really solidifies why I got them at number 4 on the all-terrain tire test. With a 75 profile, you got a lot of rubber to play with. There's a bit of weather coming in here. Check where we are. Back out in the sticks, ladies and gentlemen. Only on Africa Sideways. So that's the Sondering River in full flow as the rain's coming down. Minna's enjoying the view. So am I with the new AT5s. Rugged looking tires. This is some serious off-road here. It's kind of just outside Bonnievale, some great 4x4ing. I'm not going to give the exact location away. But no punctures. AT5s are really good. Drop tire pressure at about 1.5 bar, and she just sailed. 10,000 Ks now. Not the first tortoise I've seen. But I've been really impressed with these tires, especially off-road. There's nothing namsy-pamsy about these. You can do the rough roads. And she'll take it. This is now outside Greyton. Going towards Bosmanskloof. Very bumpy road. The residents have to do this every day. Not for the faint of heart. X-Trail's loving it. So glad I lifted it. It's really worked out well. One thing I'll say, if you lift a car, give it a bit of Q20 on the springs and the moving parts. You got to grease it up, otherwise it tends to squeak a bit. Starting to get onto a bit of faster gravel now. Just gotta not wet the camera. And the truck is yachting. Once again, impressed with the gravel handling of this car. It's difficult to get it out of shape on gravel, which is a compliment to the grip of the tires, I must say. And these being a 75 profile, a 225 by 75 and a 16, you really got a lot of air to work with there. I find with the low profile tires on these sort of roads, you're always nicking the rims and getting punctures. Yeah, we're starting to get to the faster stuff. And it's doing just fine. And same car back on tar. Now this is where these tires really shine, is on the tar. I'd say they're probably a 90% tar, 10% gravel tire, but that 10% it spends on gravel, it does it adequately. And the cornering is really good, no tire squeal. This gives you an idea of the sound inside the cockpit. Very quiet, like being in a library. So Dunlop really have raised the bar with these new ranges of all-terrain tires. 10,000 Ks I've been driving them now, and not a hint of a puncture. Very little tread wear, and they say 100,000 K guarantee. I think comfortably if you rotate these you can get to 100,000 Ks, unless you're doing it all on gravel. But if you're doing mixed driving, you can get there. And apparently, thanks Brett Clark, he's the new financial director at Dunlop, an old family friend of mine. He said the ones with the white writing on are made in Thailand, and the Dunlops that are made in South Africa have not got the white writing on, because apparently we don't have the equipment yet to do the white writing. But I'm sure it's coming. With the sales are picking up of these tires. I'm seeing a lot of them on the road, together with the 83Gs, the slightly more rugged version of this. But to be honest, I like the look of these. The 3Gs are almost bordering on mud tires in terms of tread, but the sidewalls are all-terrain. Anyway, 2-ply on the 3Gs. Here we are at Stanford 4x4. So you can see, you give me a set of tires, Dunlop, I'm going to get them out there and to the viewers, and we're going to test these things on all climates. This is an unbiased review. I'm not getting paid for this. And yeah, I've got it at 1 bar here, and the car is just sailing. That's the nice thing about having the high profile tire. You can let it down to 1 bar and these things float. It didn't. This is the hardest section. It was on my vacation, so I didn't do a full sand review, but yeah, took it to the softer bits. This is all legal. This is part of the Cape Nature Reserve in Stanford. You can legally go drive there. You can't drive on the actual beach, but behind the beach there's the Fisherman's Trail. I would recommend it, but make sure you get your tire pressures right, because there are some soft sections. But yeah, the AT5s just keep on cruising here. Can't find a fault with them. Boom. Easy bomber. And now we're in Grabo, just outside Back to Basics. And you can see they had a fire there. Let's see how she does on some forest tracks. So I really have covered a lot of different terrains, and also in the wet, really good. Champagne grip. See, this road's not in ideal conditions. It's a 10,000 k's with the AT5s, and I'm so happy I put these tires in the top 5 of the top 10 all-terrain tires of 2022, because I mean, it was a big call. This Dunlop didn't even make the top 10 in the previous year, but having exposure to the brand and experience to the brand and real Ks, 10,000 Ks, you start getting to see that, you know, the nuts and bolts of a tire. And very impressed, and I'm getting great feedback from other people who watch the videos and have bought the tires, the 3Gs and the AT5s, and are really happy with them. And if you want the really, I'm saying really a lot here, but the 3GMs is the 3-ply version of their most rugged all-terrain, which if you're going to be going to serious Namibia, Tankwa and stuff like that, I would recommend the 3-ply AT3GM. The 3Gs just have 2-ply. Anyway, up and up she goes. These are the AT5s, which is a great compromise. The lugs on the 3Gs are a bit bigger, so this is for somebody that's only going to be doing 5 to 10% off-road, whereas the 3G is probably more like 70-30, and the 3GMs is sort of 50-50. That's for a farmer, overlander, somebody that's really into their wheeling. See, no slipping here. Very good grip. This is at full tire pressure here, probably 2.2, and she just sails up the hill. So these tires, the problem with COVID and the war and all that is tires have gone up in price. This is pushing $3,000 now, or over $3,000. But you get 100,000 Ks out of them, and most people do sort of 15,000 Ks a year. So you're going to be getting quite a few years of motoring out of these tekkies. Plenty of time to save up for another set. So the competition for this tire is very stiff. A lot of good tires. Check out my top 10 all-terrain tires to see what else is out there, but I can highly recommend the AT5s. Great on SUVs and buckies. You know, the new bucky should come out with this tire standard instead of the Dunlop AT25s, which are the Hilux and the Prado, which is a pure highway tire.
You get rid of water on the farm.
This was on the way back. Found some pollution coming out.
Dirty water just goes straight into the thing, and down we go. That's why rivers are how they are.
Yeah, South Africa's got some of the most polluted rivers in the game.
This pristine wilderness area. That does not look good.
Back on the 4x4 track for one last run. So all in all, fantastic tire. I can recommend it. I put serious Ks on this thing. You can see that this is some of the outtakes. It's been all over the shop and it's going to carry on going. So these tires get a solid 9 out of 10. Catch you next time on Africa Sideways. Peace.